Oh, wise one.
Yeah. So I realized that it's a sort for me this awakening, this understanding, this
Yep.
it's a sort of living in a razor blade, because I'm like a pendulum.
yeah.
Of course, I see this pendulum is the mind, and the fulcrum is what it is. But how to I don't know what to do.
I
You know,
understand. No, Jesus Christ. Okay,
I don't know what to think. I don't know what to do. I don't know what if it's right what I'm doing. I don't know. I don't know nothing.
that's refreshing.
Yes,
It's good to arrive there. Yeah.
eh, but sometimes I feel okay. You know, delusion is coming. It's sort of delusion,
Okay. All right. So look. Okay.
or I don't know.
Okay. All right. Shall I give you the short, sharp, blunt answer to what's going on?
I'm afraid of it.
No, I think it works best with you. Yeah. Okay. So, and you might not like it, but anyway. There's two things that are happening. Okay. Let's go to one of them. Okay. Right now, you're sitting in that room. I'm assuming by yourself. There's nobody there. Yeah. And if you do a reality check, where you are, right here, right now, in that room, just do a reality check. Yeah. Under the table, behind the laptop, behind the chair. Okay, just, yeah. What's happening?
Nothing.
Because that's where you are. You understand that, don't you?
Yeah.
Yeah, good. And when I say that's where you
Yes.
are,
It's
hang on. When I say that's where you are, I don't mean that's where the body is.
yes.
That's important. Okay. All right. Now, so the reality is, okay, you've just done a scan of that room and you've found nothing wrong.
Yes.
Not unless what's that condition? I can't think of the condition. Where you're chronically obsessed. Oh, there's a spot on the wall and I need to clean that spot on the wall.
Okay. Okay. You
Obsessive
mean
compulsive disorder, right? Obsessive
compulsive? Okay.
right.
Yeah.
So providing that's not going on, right? And even if that was going on, that'd be imagination too. But providing that's not going on, there's actually nothing happening. Now, let's go a step further with just that. Yeah. And I know you've heard me do this before, but do it with me now again. Yeah. Okay. So look around the room. What's seen? I'll say it again. What's seen?
What's seen?
Yes, SEEN.
Yeah.
Look around. What's seen? Yeah. You know. I could have phrased it. What's the seeing?
Yes,
I could have done it that way, yeah. And that way, the seeing isn't seeing anything, because it's the seeing doesn't have a little, the seeing, the eyes, the seeing doesn't have a little mind of its own
exactly.
saying to itself, oh, I see the laptop.
Yeah.
Yeah. You understand? So the seeing itself is non-dual.
Yes.
Good. So too is the hearing, tasting, touching, and smelling.
Hmm.
They're non-dual. Okay. Now, good. So let's do another reality check. Okay. Right here. You're right here, right now. Yeah. What's happening? What I'm asking you to do is I'm asking you to evaluate, okay, what's happening from direct experience, from consciousness, from awareness, from seeing, hearing, tasting, touching, smelling. Just from there. What's happening?
A universe. I mean, nothing.
Kind of nothing, yet everything.
Exactly.
That's why you said the universe, which I understood, yeah.
Yeah.
But kind of, when I say kind of nothing compared to what's going on in there,
Of course.
right? It's a fucking nightmare in there.
Yeah.
And I genuinely want to acknowledge that. It can be a fucking nightmare in there, right?
Yeah.
Now,
And that's the moment I moved.
yeah,
Thing come.
yeah. So you started this conversation off, yeah, by kind of inquiring into, I'm kind of a bit like a pendulum. I know it's the mind, but I kind of feel like I'm a bit like a pendulum, and I'm kind of here, but I don't know what to do. And I'm paraphrasing, yeah. I'm not quite sure what it's all about anymore, or it's kind of it's like kind of a little bit of a lost feeling, yeah, yeah. I'm paraphrasing, yeah, yeah.
Correct.
Good. Now the answer to that, which I said you won't like, yeah, all of that is still mind, nothing to do with you, and what it's saying has nothing to do with this that's here, that I just took you to, that's conscious and aware, seeing, hearing, tasting, touching, smelling, this direct experience, yeah? The mind has got nothing to do with this. It's only babbling on about itself. And I know you've seen this. I know you've already seen this, okay? Good. Now you just need to see it again. That's all it is, Ricardo. The pendulum thing is kind of right, because we see it and then we don't. And then we see it and then we don't, And then, now watch, yeah? Then we see it, then we don't. Then we see it.
Exactly.
Right?
It's like this.
Yeah, keep watching. Then we don't. Then we see it. And we stay in the seeing of it much, much longer. Do you understand? That pendulum swing, it'll just be a tick. It might start, boom, oh no,
Because
what have I done wrong? I'm back in the mind again. I've lost the presence. I don't know what to do, what's happening, blah, blah, blah. And then all of a sudden you'll see it and you'll be out of there going, whoa, what the fuck? That was amazing.
indeed, it's not depend on me. I mean,
No, that's just what's going to happen. Good.
yeah,
Yeah, it can't be dependent on you because there's no you. Yeah. I mean, I shouldn't say that because it's not entirely accurate.
yes, of course, but we understand each other.
Yeah, there's no personal character. The character that the
Exactly.
mind is creating has never been there. Yeah, but you are, my friend. I turned up here to be with you. Do you understand? Yeah, and you did the same. That's why we turned up here. Yeah, and we're just chatting away as friends. Yeah, that's what's happening. We're just chatting away. Okay, it's okay. But look,
But you know that how this is important for people, for everybody to arrive at this understanding, because there is no border, there is no border.
So, say that a slightly different way. Say that a slightly different way. So, I want to make sure I fully understood what you said then.
I mean, I acknowledge the importance to arrive at this understanding, because in this understanding we act without feeling borders, without
Yeah.
it's like
Without feeling constricted.
exactly, without
Without
feeling
confined in a body.
limited.
Yeah, limited. Yeah, I understand. Yeah, I understand. Now, how do you know that? How do you know that? Now I'm the student. Okay. How do you know that? How do you know? And your answer is, I'm a student asking you that question. You just said, yeah, it's like boundaryless, no border. There's no, like, I don't want to be experiencing the contraction, yeah, the freedom. That, how do you know one from the other? How do you know? If you would have had to have experienced both to be able to know one from the other.
I don't know how can I explain it. It's direct. It's
So what you're telling me is you just know.
it's like once you know that 2 plus 2 is equal 4, you can you know it.
Okay. I mean, my experience is that I feel like I'm in this body. My experience. I'm in here somewhere, and I'm hearing my voice with my ears.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'm hearing my larynx or my voice box, yeah, vibrate as I speak. I'm feeling that. I feel emotion. I feel emotion in my body, yeah, and I also feel and believe and know that anything outside of my skin is not me. And what I'm hearing is that's not your experience.
Yes.
How
Because,
do I get to where you are?
because you focalized on the attention. Your primacy is the attention on something. So the aware of something
Versus
versus the aware of yourself, the aware of the awareness, let's say.
what?
It's like to step back whilst the attention is an arrow towards something. What we are speaking is the opposite, the conversion of the attention. This is a first step.
I understand that when I do that, I think I understand what you mean. So I think that attention goes that way,
Exactly.
right? Yeah.
And
And what you're asking me to do is kind of turn it around and go that way. But when I do that,
from the source of the attention.
maybe I don't know the difference between the source of the attention and my body. Because I feel that when I turn, like you're asking me to turn, yeah, the only thing I become aware of now is my body. Do you understand? Like I kind of go, okay, all right, I'm now no longer kind of looking at things that way. I'm turning and I'm going, okay, this way. Okay, there's the
And
body.
this way, where?
Where?
In which body? The body of 30 seconds ago or the body of now? You know the body change continuously, no? I mean, a cell.
I do know that it's aging. I know that, yeah. So I know it's changing. It might be changing so slowly that I don't notice it, but of course it must be changing. There's evidence that it's changed. I'm no longer 21. Yeah. Okay, I got it. So I can see.
But the very you is different from the age of 5, 15, 30, of the sense of I, the sense of me existence is the same.
Yeah, that I get because I've never been someone else. That I kind of understand that. Like
Because
my
you are misleading the continuous with the changing instead of the awareness of the changing.
yeah, and I think that's what I understood that you were saying, that the awareness of that changes, the awareness itself
Exactly.
doesn't change.
Exactly.
So I've always been aware of
So
my
let's say,
my own beingness or my own presence, and that has never changed. The presence, I don't know what to call it, the beingness that I'm experiencing now is the same beingness that I was experiencing when I was 10.
10.
That I understand. Yeah. And I can see that the body's changed. It's got older, but it's changed. Whether it's got older or not, it's changed. I can see that that's changed.
So
Yeah.
if something change could be a reality, a real thing, or a real,
Ooh.
what's for you reality? It's a total reality.
Well, if it, so the question there is, do I change? Okay. Do I change? The idea of myself changes.
Yeah,
The
that's
body changes.
changes every millisecond, let's say.
Yeah. Yeah. Dying, recreating, dying, recreating. Okay.
What is permanent in your experience?
Just that what we touched on a moment ago, which is this, I don't know what to call it, sense of I am or sense of
Aliveness.
being. Yeah, okay. Yeah, I am. Oh, I don't know what you'd call it. Yep.
Yeah.
Okay. So, okay. But it's still, I'm still, I still don't know who I am. I mean, what do I mean by that? So the idea of me that keeps changing, because it keeps changing,
because your tensions go to the everything changing.
Yeah. Okay. Oh, but fuck. Who am I? Okay, but fucking yeah. Okay, but who or what or where am I? Like I'm conscious that I'm sitting here, and I'm conscious I can go hi. I can see you. I can hear you.
But this is what you think. You think that you can hear. But
I just heard what you said then.
yes, but there is a step back, another little step back, very important.
Yep.
That is to finally see that in every experience, let's say seeing, hearing, touching, smelling, let's keep hearing. During the experience of hearing, you don't see that in order to hear, your mind divide itself in a subject, you, that you consider I, and an object, a sound, a bird.
Yep.
But in direct experience,
Yeah.
can you see that it is true or not?
I think the question you're asking me there is the hearing dependent upon a subject or object?
Exactly.
And all I know is hearing is happening.
That's it.
And I'm aware that if I do hear something, that this, even subtly,
Comes a
will
little millisecond
after and
and
even
say
and subtly identifies what the sound is, a bird.
a bird.
Not
Exactly.
necessarily what kind of bird or where the bird is, but just bird. Yeah.
And if you can notice also that when you hear the so-called, the seeming called bird, there is another bird that is chatting.
There's another what?
Another, I don't know, music is going on. This is the power of attention.
That's a bit trippy. Who's hearing and what's being heard? Who is hearing and what is it that is being heard if this doesn't say anything? Then there's just
Hearing.
But we could even remove that comment, couldn't we? Hearing. We could even remove that. If we want to discuss it, we could say hearing. Right?
Yeah.
But the hearing is not dependent on that word, hearing.
Mm-hmm. Right.
Yeah.
Good. Beautiful.
Okay. All right. So, subject, object. So, mind, subject, object.
No mind, no subject, no object.
Right. So, so if that's the case, yeah, there's no pendulum, there's no here, there's no this, that, there's no I've got it, I haven't got it, there's no, we're just here.